So I come to work and do 96 hours on my short week, 120 hours on my long week. So it's 2 weeks of 96 hours, and the third week is 120 hours a week. And then on my off days, I do something I absolutely love doing. Check it out. Welcome back. Look who's working hard today. So we are in the process of dividing this pasture into two smaller paddocks, if you want to call them that. And we've got our string up so we get a nice straight line. And then we got some fly drag. I forget what it's called. First time I've ever used one. We'll show you that in a minute though, because the flies are starting to bother Cheeseburger here kind of bad, and we want to do something to make her a little bit more comfortable. So that's part of this process. You know how sometimes when you're putting a post in and you dig the hole, you drop your post in, you put the dirt back in, you start tamping it around, you put a little more in, you tamp it, you put a little more in, you tamp it, and by the time you're done, you've used up all the dirt and it's all tamped down nice and level, and those posts stay super tight. Then you have times when you dig your hole, you go through the same process. You get the post in good and snug, but you got this big pile of dirt left over like you'd expect because you filled up a lot of that hole with a post. But down the road, those posts are super loose. Well, I was always told, I don't know if it's true, but I was always told that's because of the lunar cycle. Something to do with the magnetic pull of the moon on the earth, and it has some effect on how tight the dirt goes in. I don't know, can't explain it. But whatever it is, there's definitely a difference sometimes when you put posts in and others. This one I just put in used up almost all the dirt, and it'll probably stay tight. But you never know about next time. I have a stock water tank that's going to sit right there on top of these two blocks. But it is so rewarding to be able to sit back in the shade and see the fruits of your labor slowly but surely coming to fruition. 12 years ago when we bought this property, there was no driveway, nothing but weeds, trees, and rattlesnakes, and a whole bunch of briars. And now everything here has been built slowly but surely by our own hands. And it's so rewarding to see these fences starting to go up nice and square and neat. Grass coming in good and thick. Fruit trees that we planted as little bitty things from, I think they came from Tractor Supply, probably 3 feet tall. And now look at them. What's that?
Where's the hammer?
Where's the hammer? Hammer's right over there. At that post.
The last thing you hammered is right here, and the
Nope.
hammer's all the way down there.
Because I'm prepared at that end. Because that's where the next one gets hammered in at.
We're not going to tighten it as we go?
Probably not. We'll just we'll stretch it really tight there, and then fasten it to that center post, and then later we'll add the rest of the posts when we get them. Ice water. So good on a hot day. Weather said it was going to be about 85, but it feel like 100, and I believe it. Now that we've got this fence up, that tire that we used to tie Cheeseburger out to and move around in this pasture can go. I just haven't taken the time to drag it out. It's oil the loudest squeak. Go to the brightest fire first.
That's better.
Hey, I'm working too. I'm holding the camera.
It's not going in, it's just like bowing out.
Try again. All right, guys, I got a little philosophical rant here while she's down there working. And of course, I'm still working too because I'm holding the camera. But, so I used to do remodeling. And when I'd pull up in the yard of an older home, like a turn of the century type old farmhouse, I'd get really excited because I could always see the potential in a house like that. Not what it was right then, but what it could become with some time, effort, and of course a little money. So I'm going to show you something here, and I want to see what your first reaction is to it. Tell me what the first thing you think of when you see this is. Not her. This. The cow patty, cow pie, dung pile, scat, cow poop, and a few other choice terms. What do you think of when you see that? I'll tell you what I think of. That's a dream coming true right there. That is actually a lifelong dream for me of becoming a cattleman, a cattle rancher, raising cattle. So when I see something like that here on my little ranch, I think hard work's paying off. All this sweat, blood, and not a few tears are finally becoming a reality of my dream of having a small cattle ranch. Hard work pays off eventually if you stick with it long enough. So when I see that cow pie, I see a future. I see baby cows. I see cows going to the market. I see Sarah over here
It's not working.
bending my fence staples over something awful. Y'all check that out.
You want to try? It won't work.
So
He's better than me, y'all.
She says it can't be done, and she may be right. There's a very good chance that she is right. Because this is black locust.
His bent over sideways too.
It did.
I just want everybody to acknowledge the fact that his is also bent over sideways.
But it's twice as deep in the as what yours was.
But it's also bent over sideways. And I'm also a girl.
Ooh, that's tight. That ain't got nothing to do with it.
It does too.
Girls can drive screws in.
They can, just not as
She's
hard.
got the snake out.
Does it come out of this?
So that, I'm sure some of you cattlemen are familiar with this. You put the fly spray poison onto that, hang that between the two posts, the cow walks under it and it rubs the poison off onto their noses and ears and backs, and it's supposed to keep flies off. She will definitely appreciate it if we can figure out how to keep the flies off. So we're gonna try this. All right, guys, we did it. We now have an anti-fly dumaflatchy thingamajigger. That's her name for it.
No. It's called a cow drag.
Oh, cow drag. Well, all right then. Now y'all know. That's a cow drag. Now we got to go mix the fly spray poison and soak it into it. So this is how we're going to try applying 2 gallons worth of diesel and ivermectin poison. This seems to be working. Doesn't look like it right now, but trust me, that is going to be coming around right next to the pasture over there. Bear with me a bit. 40-foot round pin. I think we got it. Well guys, it's the end of another long day. Now you can't see it, but right there is Cheeseburger. Listen to the night sounds. Love sitting out here at night listening. Thanks for watching. Stick around for more farm updates. And say goodnight to Cheeseburger. Can't see her, but you can hear her.